It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A Hunter Valley woman reported missing from Singleton has been found safe and well. Concerns were held for the welfare of 30-year-old Carissa Starr after she failed to return to her home on Tuesday. Police have advised this morning Carissa has been located unharmed. Firefighters are bracing for warm, dry and windy conditions in the region today. A total fire ban is now in force in the Greater Hunter and 6 other regions across the state. Dust haze is also impacting Newcastle. Gabrielle Walthouse from the Weather Bureau says gusty winds inland whipped up the dust.
Overnight, this has moved a little bit further east, and it looks as though we may see just a little bit of dust haze a little bit above the surface through central parts of the east, including Sydney, Wollongong and also Newcastle this morning.
The Federal Agriculture Minister says the government's latest drought package is designed to protect small communities as well as farmers. $1 billion will be made available to landowners and small business owners in drought-declared areas, including the Hunter Valley. They'll be able to access up to $500,000 in concessional loans, of which the first 2 years will be interest-free. Agriculture Minister Bridget McKenzie has told Macquarie Radio it's a good deal.
It's just one measure in a suite of measures. We've put over $1 billion on the table since the election, and we want our breeder herd in this country to survive this drought so that we can recover, because I think ag's got a bright future.
Crash investigators are still trying to piece together the circumstances leading up to Tuesday's fatal pedestrian crash at Adamstown. It's understood they've now been provided with CCTV footage of the crash from a nearby cafe on Brunker Road. Police are yet to release the name of the 35-year-old woman who was crossing the road at the pedestrian crossing near Mandalong Road when she and her dog were struck and killed by a school bus. Keolis Downer is providing support to the bus driver and has launched its own investigation into the tragic crash. The Aged Care Royal Commission has announced a community forum will be held in the Hunter this month, giving residents a chance to offer feedback on the inquiry's progress. Anyone can attend the open forum on November 27, and those wishing to speak can register at the Commission's website. Shortland MP Pat Conroy has welcomed the announcement of the forum and says anyone needing more information can contact his office.
I urge everyone who's been impacted, whether they've had family members or themselves or they work in the system, to go along and highlight your experiences. This is a really unique opportunity, and we've only won this opportunity after months of campaigning, and we need to make the most of it.
Newcastle CSIRO staff will have a chance to air their grievances when opposition MPs visit later this morning. The organisation is one of many feeling the impacts of a public service staffing cap, which Labor is calling a short-sighted budgetary measure. Newcastle MP Sharon Clayton says the scientists working at CSIRO are needed now more than ever as the region is faced with ongoing issues around energy production.
That really means lifting these silly arbitrary caps that are now jeopardising science projects and important breakthroughs, are really just stifling our prosperity and future. So very short-sighted on the government's part.
2NURFM Sport.
New Knights coach Adam O'Brien kicked off pre-season training yesterday and says so far he's happy with what he's seen. O'Brien has already answered the lingering question surrounding where Origin star player Kalen Ponga will be playing, saying it's going to be at fullback.
Yeah, he will start as our number one. In terms of fullbacks, he's elite, but he's nowhere near his ceiling yet.
The Newcastle Jets W League side will take a lot from Sunday's loss to Sydney FC in their friendly match at Wagga Wagga. Right back Hannah Brewer says pre-season games like this are essential for team bonding and help the new players boost their confidence.
Trips like Wagga help us bond as a team and help the new girls grow in confidence, get some game time under their belt before big games like our first one against Melbourne City. And
Newcastle Jets keeper Glenn Moss says the squad is looking to give the fans a much-needed win against the Perth Glory at McDonald Jones Stadium. The Jets have opened the season with 2 losses and a draw and are currently second last on the A-League ladder. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 39, 26, 19, 12, 4 and 40, and the supplementaries are 37 and 14. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.